Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Wheels and Wounds, Season 2. I'm Shawn, 9-year United States Air Force vet.
I'm Steve, 22-year U.S. Army veteran.
Season 2.
Yes, live in color.
Yes. You may not have requested it, but we're giving it to you.
Yes, 4K.
Yeah. You're getting
Nothing.
all of this
Yes,
in video this year.
yes,
So we hope you watch it. I don't know if you can enjoy it, but we hope you watch it.
right. And so this season, we will dive into um, back into some of our more darkened topics of last year,
Correct?
and retouch on where we're at,
Hmm.
because
Mental health's a journey.
it is a journey. It's like addiction. You're always recovering, as we've said in the past. So, we'll touch on it, and there's not a lot of script that goes on with our shows. We have a normally we have a topic that we want to talk about, and how we're feeling that day. A lot of times drives our narratives of what we're talking about.
Um, we don't the focus is not to be as dark and heavy this season.
Right.
We're still going to hit those topics, but we want to kind of bring a little bit of a lighter, more enjoyable tone because life is much more lighter and enjoyable for us than it was
Yeah.
before.
Just a year ago.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And yeah. So more of that. Um, have some guests on who their organizations that they're with help veterans
Yep.
through the things that we talk about here.
Or
Um,
somebody with a really good story.
yeah. Um, so yeah, we'll have more of that, um, so that the content is staying relevant, staying fresh. Um,
We're bringing Fuck That Guy back.
Fuck that guys comes back. Um, you know, we use that term affectionately in our friend group, um, and we wanted to expand that to um, hit topics that you know that are in the media now.
If if you're a dick bag, you qualify for Fuck That Guy.
Yeah,
There's no other requirement other than to be a dick bag. And as Steve says, the term guy is a broad generalization to anyone who's being a dick bag, regardless of sexual identification, gender, race, class, creed, protected status, whatever.
yeah,
You're a dick bag, you're a dick bag, and you're getting to fuck that guy.
right. Yeah, if yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then we'll also this year we're gonna highlight a veteran whiskey company each episode and talk a little bit about that veteran whiskey company. I um, collect veteran whiskeys, and so that's how this thing all started with me. So I thought it would be a cool idea to highlight a veteran. None of these veteran whiskeys are sponsored of us. However, if you want to donate um, a sample to us to try, I, I'll I'll more than happy receive.
Uh, we like to get just a triplicate
Yeah,
because
right,
Steve has to have one to consume.
right,
Steve has to have one for the Brick Corner Tavern,
right,
and our sound engineer is a volunteer. So if we could pay him in whiskey, it's an acceptable payment form for him.
right. So it would be greatly appreciated, and that goes with any. I mean, a lot of the apparel, at least I'm going to wear on this podcast is going to be veteran owned, except for those motherfuckers that buy T-shirts in Nicaragua. Fuck those guys.
Lake Titicaca.
Um, but other than that, um, a lot of I wear a lot of veteran owned apparel. Just another way to give back. Just another way to help fellow veterans out. Um,
I would like to, but I wear a 5X,
yeah,
so I'm limited in my selections. So a lot of Harley
yeah,
and a lot of pop culture.
yeah. Um, but yeah, so I mean, if you want us to throw, you want to throw a hat at us to tell us to put it on, we'll do our research, and if you're not a candidate for fuck that guy,
There
we'll
you go.
wear your hat.
Yeah,
But if you're a candidate for fuck that guy, then fuck that guy.
yeah. Fuck that guy.
Uh, you know. Um,
So this week's bottle is.
so this week's bottle is Honorable Traveler, right? Not to be confused with Chris Stapleton's Travel. I mean, it is, a bunch of bearded guys putting out whiskey, but this is not for the open market. This is just for our local chapter,
It was a private collection.
private private barrel pick. And Honorable Traveler pays homage to the great work that our chapter has done helping veterans. Since 2021, we have raised $68,000 to send veterans from Ohio to Washington, D.C. to visit the memorials that depict the wars or conflicts that they served honorably in. And
And then gives them a much deserved welcome home document.
absolutely. Yes. And, we were honored to be chosen as a co-sponsor this year for Mission 129 out of Columbus and our own uh, Andy Duke rode on that. Um,
He was a guardian.
he was a guardian on that flight.
What made it even cooler is his dad's a Vietnam vet and he was his dad's guardian.
That's right.
So I mean
So that's what it's about. And
that's epic
that's
right there.
that's what it's all about, and that's why we do it. And so Honored Traveler pays homage to it. It's not really a veteran owned whiskey company, but it's our bottle.
That's it.
So it makes sense to have it as the first bottle.
All right.
Um,
Speaking of Andy, we have a unique the individual running our production this year, because Steve and I are in front of the cameras, we can't hit all the magic buttons, is a retired sergeant major.
yeah, yeah. So if there's a veteran podcast out there that has a retired sergeant major producing your podcast, we want to hear about it.
Yeah, because
I don't want to hear about no fucking lieutenants, fucking fuck those guys.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Fuck those guys. I mean, you had somebody that worked for a living for 20 fucking years that volunteers his time to come and do something you're passionate about. Um, that's pretty fucking cool.
yes, very much so. So we greatly appreciate it. Hence
Absolutely.
why we need the third bottle when you send stuff.
Yeah.
Um, see, we got that.
Because
Uh,
yeah, because thank you ain't enough. Whiskey says it a lot better.
yes, it's like diamonds,
Right.
but for guys. So platforms are going to change a little bit. You'll still be able to get audio on all your normal platforms. You'll only be able to get video on Spotify and YouTube. The YouTube content may be edited a little bit because we're learning the 1 million words you can't say on YouTube. So that'll be an interesting learning experience.
Yeah, which may change the whole name of fuck that guy to something
Um,
else.
Freak that young man or whatever. The they them. I don't fucking know how it'll go, but we'll figure it out. But yeah,
Uh,
so you'll still get audio everywhere you
mm.
normally listen to it. Spotify and YouTube for the video. Um, we're still dropping Thursday nights, Friday mornings like we always did. Still going to be weekly. Um, we got a lot of trips coming up, so we'll try to get those worked in so you guys can hear all about our great, cool travels.
Yeah,
I think that's about it for the changes, the things that are staying the same. Um, yeah,
yeah. So come back every Friday, watch. or to listen, either or.
Consume us.
Consume us and give us feedback, good, bad, or ugly. Doesn't matter. But if it's the latter two, you're going to get some back. Um, and yeah, we appreciate you.
You know the socials.
Right. And yeah, thanks.
Yep.